a couple of days ago, I think it was last week, Sarah and I were talking about the brat. She was sharing with us a story of how the brat and her wife sought out a white sperm donor. They are a lesbian couple after all, so they need sperm donors in order to conceive and have children. And so they went about looking for a white sperm donor. And we were here laughing about the fact that they do that. But apparently the reason is that the other black sperm donor that they were presented with looked not much to their liking. Looked
like Jimmy the Cricket.
Jiminy
That's what
Cricket.
they say. Jimmy the Cricket.
So they went with the white donor, and so that got us talking about, hey, but what's that going to do for the child when the child grows up? Are they going to fit in? And I kind of drew reference to conversations that have been had about how certain mixed race people struggle to fit in. Because if your parents are of different races, you're going to struggle to fit in with either. If you go hang out with your dad's people, especially if your dad is black, well then they'll call you a white person. Or here in Uganda we would say muzungu. Or if you went to be with your white mother, they would say, well, you're a black person, right? And then you might be subject to discrimination or whatever other alienation that you might experience there. And so I decided to look into it further, and I came across some interesting studies that
what did you find?
I might share with you, Sarah, to get your thoughts.
Okay.
So there is one paper here called "The Plight of Mixed Race Adolescents." And it says that over the past 40 years, the fraction of mixed-race black-white births has increased nearly 9-fold. There is little empirical evidence on how these children fare relative to their single-race counterparts. This paper describes the basic facts about the plight of mixed-race individuals during their adolescence and early adulthood. As one might expect, a host of background and achievement characteristics, mixed-race adolescents fall in between whites and blacks. But when it comes to engaging in risky or antisocial adolescent behavior, mixed race adolescents are stark outliers compared to both blacks and whites. So they proportionately are more likely to engage in risky and antisocial behavior
because they're trying to fit in. You've heard about peer pressure, so you want to prove a point that you belong there, so you just find yourself indulging in this risky behavior, like you have said, so that you can get a stamp of approval.
Exactly. So and like a cry for attention, maybe
not attention, but a stamp of approval. Do you get me? I'll give you an example. Like,
y'all, is Zay, and I'm back with another video. This time I'm gonna be talking about a deeper topic. After watching my guy Mulatto Vanguard's YouTube video about how white soldiers or European soldiers are going to Africa or certain parts of Africa, and they're impregnating the local African women there, and they're abandoning these African women with mixed race children. And I'm gonna leave a link in the bio because that's a deep video and y'all need to watch that. Second, I seen this video, and this African guy was talking about how this black lesbian couple were looking for sperm donors, and basically that's actually been a trend going on in America, because I personally know of some people that are participating in that. You know, these black girls, they'll choose a white donor, and I'm not gonna get too much into that because I don't want to air nobody's business out, but I personally know people that's doing that. And basically what I'm trying to say is, when people mix race, sometimes I feel like they're being selfish. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like people are chasing an aesthetic. They're not thinking about, how is this kid going to grow up? What is this kid going to go through in life? How is this kid going to be perceived by society? They don't think about that. You see in the video, he clearly said they didn't like the way the black guy looked, so they chose a white sperm donor instead. So they're chasing an aesthetic. I don't want no ugly ass kid. That's what they're saying. They want it. And they feel like they probably had to go outside to do it. You see what I'm saying? That right there. Now, can two black lesbians teach and raise a biracial kid how to navigate in this world? Let's be honest here. I feel like some people do it for selfish ass reasons. And that right there was a selfish reason. I feel like. Shit. I mean, they're worried about attractive and ugly, and you know, that's actually a war going on, and I'm gonna make another video about that. This war between attractive people and average looking people. That's for another video. Another thing is like, for me, prime example, I was brought here for a selfish reason. My father was a white man, or with a little bit of Hispanic ancestry. He was mixed with some Hispanic, but he was in the hood trying to hang around black dudes, Pookies and Ray Rays. He was trying to be black. He was trying to be a Pookie, and it didn't go too well for him. And you know, around that time, he was looking good. He had good looks, and the black, and like I said, where I'm from Baltimore. The black girls there, they like I said, they chase aesthetics. They like guys who look good, attractive guys, as long as you look good, and you know. But it's like some down to earth shit. But it's like, you know, he was in the hood. And then, you know, he got some black girls. He was screwing around with a lot of different black women. I heard a lot about that. And my mom was, I guess, the most attractive looking one to him. And bam. And you see that, and that's another thing that's what's going on. He was a white boy in the hood trying to be black, chasing around black girls and Pookies and Ray Rays because he wanted to fit in. He wasn't accepted by white people because of the way he acted. But then, again, he's a mixed race child himself because he's Hispanic and white. So his mother was selfish as well. She was doing heroin while she was pregnant with him. And I think she was the Hispanic parent. She was the Hispanic parent. So he had a Latina mother who was doing drugs while he was in her womb. Now, how fucking selfish was that? So I got a generation of selfishness. Generations of selfishness. So the message I want to put out to everybody that see this video is that, especially somebody who's a full race, like somebody who's fully white or fully black or fully Hispanic, whatever the fuck, when you do shit like that, be mindful of what you're doing. And another thing, some of those kids might grow up resenting you. Because I resented my father. He fucked up. You're a white boy. You're in the hood. You know niggas don't like you anyway. Because you're a white boy. So I grew up around that. They taught me not to like white people. They taught me to treat them the same fucking way they do. So you saw what he created here? I was raised around a black woman. A black woman can't show a damn biracial male how to navigate in this fucking world. So that's why I seen this video about these you know, this trend going on with these black lesbian couples choosing white sperm donors. How can black women or anybody else, a white woman, a white man, a black man, how can they show a biracial kid how to navigate through this world? You can't understand them. So I grew up confused, thinking I was some black kid. And the whole time, you're a biracial kid. You're not no fucking black kid. But I had a black mother. I had a fully black brother. So it's crazy. I grew up in an environment where I got discriminated against. I was getting beat up, fucking white boy, da da da. And I was in kindergarten, first grade, second grade. This is Baltimore. And I know, most of you that ain't from Baltimore don't hear about us. Look us up. The city is fucking wicked. And it's been wicked for decades. So that's what I'm saying. When people do this mixed racing, you're chasing the aesthetic. But like I said, what you guys need to do is when you create a mixed race kid, they don't need to be in a fully black environment or a fully white environment. Neither. They need to be in a diverse environment. Because neither one environment's a fully black or a fully white one. It's not going to end too well. It's not. On either side. You hang around with the black people. Did they jealous of you? You ain't black enough. Who the fuck you think you is, pretty boy? You yellow curly hair motherfucker. Who you think you is, bitch ass nigga? I'll fuck you. All that crazy shit. Same thing with the women. Oh, who he think he is? Oh, I don't deal with yellow guys. And oh, he think he too good. And oh, he too pretty. And da 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 da. He think he all of that. Or yellow guys be more in the mirror than I do. They think they prettier. Yeah, they talk all that shit. Then when you get around white people, the microaggressions they have for black people, they take it out on you. Because they feel like you're softer. Then they feel like, oh, if I say it to a dark skin, they might punch me in my fucking face. But, oh, a light skinned motherfucker, it might be something different. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like they both see you as a chump. But low key, it's crazy. But I see why we're hated. We're a sign of unification. My grandfather said that the world will not be peaceful until everybody looks like you. And that's the dead ass truth. I believe it. Charleston White said, by mixed kids are God's new people. And I believe it. So you know what? I think mixed races needs to go on, because you know what? The more these people do it, the more numbers they give us. They give us more numbers when they do it. But like I said, they're gonna have these kids growing up confused as fuck. They're gonna have biracial kids acting black. They're gonna have biracial kids acting white. It's gonna be fucking confusing. I've been on both sides. I acted white. I went through my white boy phase. I went through a Pookie Ray Ray phase. So that's what I'm saying. You know, when you get older, your prefrontal lobe develops, right? So, you know, I realized, hey, I'm just a regular dude. You know, I'm wearing a black hoodie. I got an afro with glasses. I'm just a regular dude. But yeah. And you know, I talk like this because I'm a southern guy. I'm a country southern dude. You know, Maryland is still the South. North Carolina, I've been down North Carolina for a good amount of time, and you know, the southern accents get deeper. The further you go down south, the deeper the accents get. So that's me. But as I was down south, this is how I learned all of this. Being in these environments, Charlotte and Baltimore, this helped me learn where the mixed race stands. But like I said, when people do this shit, you gotta be mindful of what you're doing. You gotta plan out this kid's future when you do it. and you got planning out real fucking good, and that kid doesn't owe you shit. Either he don't, whoever the kid is, they don't owe neither side's shit. Y'all owe that kid everything, because this kid didn't ask to be here. This kid did not ask for these goddamn burdens and problems. Y'all were chasing an aesthetic, being selfish, and that's how the kid got here. Anyway, that's all facts. Zay out.